With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. And if you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
The slot man in motion right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at the 20. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
This defense for the Jags, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
The Chargers at 14-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. And this is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. Third down here.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Henry out of the pistol. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Herbert changing things up.
Throwing on second down.
Herbert.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jags are going to get it back here just past the 35. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Let's go. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Here's 2nd and 3. Lawrence will throw.
His throw incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Teague, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. We're scoreless after 1. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Tyquan Thornton,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Jags post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd down and 3.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 4.
Derrick Henry trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Teague
on a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
This is Henry. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Good strength gets him a little extra and gets them some breathing room as he's tackled shy of the 10. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Marcus Jones picks it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Taking it about the 1. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chargers ready to take over.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Hey, easy. We'll go.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. He completes this to Sutton. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Again, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Lyons. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the option right, Herbert. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's go. Hey, what is that?
Up the middle they go. Lyons. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Marcus Jones picks it, and the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Now the Chargers going to signal for the 1st of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 13. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best 1st half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Teague. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
3rd down and 13. Now a handoff up the middle. Teague. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken right around the 44. Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. They'll run with Henry. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Run!
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Crowd right.
Henry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's a gain of 3.
Now Herbert going to change the look. They'll drop to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Hey, Lion!
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We'll start with one of the better divisional rivalries around. Kansas City in the Mile High City to take on Denver. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in the second quarter. Kadarius Toney, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Saquon Barkley, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. Devontae Smith, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. These two teams running through their final adjustments before they head back out of the tunnel. And for the call of the second half, let's go back to SoFi Stadium and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Herbert running left off the option. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here we go.
Now Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
On 2nd down now. Teague, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Escaping the pressure right.
And that's going to be caught by Sutton.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Lions. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Now it's Herbert. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. And boy, on this drive, it looked like the offense was really moving the football. I mean, they have been moving the football, but now they're in a tough spot. Nice play defensively.
Certainly felt like the defense decided to answer what the offense was doing. Okay, you're doing pretty well there. Guess what? We're going to bring some pressure. See if you can handle that. And they got to him on 2nd down, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Advantage defense.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Teague, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive. First down.
Well, that was definitely a surprise there, handed to the big guy on first down. Heck, the first play of the drive. And when you see him get to the second level, as a former safety, I can just tell you, your eyes get really wide because you know you've got a lot to deal with at that point.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now here's another interception. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 2-yard. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. Teague. And they work this out past the 25. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
12 more yards there and another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
Again, it's Lawrence. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
He'll try again, and not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC.
Playoff picture here, and you see they've got that number 2 spot right now. Obviously a lot to like about that and where they're at in this home stretch of the season, but that first round home game is not guaranteed, Charles, until they lock up their division.
Bottom line, win the division, stay number 2, you get a favorable game at home to begin what you hope will be a nice postseason run.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Meanwhile, Herbert's this throw taken in by Johnston.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Herbert off of play action. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Let's go, let's go.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
That's complete to Dobbs.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Herbert now. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 4th down. Knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, hey, hey.
Now a handoff up the middle. Teague. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Lawrence will throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Now a give, right side. Teague. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Lawrence. Quick slant caught by Kirk.
And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the intended receiver on the play. And it's second down.
Set.
Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. That's Lyons. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. To the air again, Herbert. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on third down now. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Romeo Doubs. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Up the middle they go. T knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. On second down, T. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd down and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. A short throw to Ingram. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Hey, Ryan.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.
Hey, let's go. Red. Silver.
Lawrence to a knee, and that will write a finish to this one.
On red.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Jacksonville, they get back to 500 at 8-8 with 1 game remaining. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.